Hey, good to know you're there again. Welcome to my Life Continues Everyday podcast. I am Amanda Elo, and I've got some good news to share this time around. Let's go and come back. My life.
My life will continue every day.
My life continues every day.
Well, my life continues every day.
We move.
My life continues every day with Amanda Elo. Okay, so I was talking about good news. I mean, we could do with some good news. Yeah, so you all remembered how my last episode was like and how it brought tears to some people's eyes. I know some friends who reached out and they had to, they shared a few moments with me but then as God would have it, ladies and gentlemen, something beautiful came my way. And it's safe to say I'm not jobless anymore. Let's just put it like that. And I'm somewhere in the east of Nigeria. I'm somewhere in the east of Nigeria. Just make it easy. I'm in Umuahia right now, and I'm not jobless. And I'm doing the kind of job I love. And I hope it gets better. Okay, I just broke the news to you. Now I'm going to start with telling you people that there are kind people. I will not hesitate to tell you that I feel sometimes we fall short of the way we give credit to people who are around us. I mean, people are kind. I'm going to tell you about me. Of course, you know up till this moment that I have been helped by people in one way or the other. And I've talked to you about micromorphosis, how this leads to this and how this leads to this. Now, you remember episode 4? Episode 4. Episode 4 had a lady who told her story and how she left her workplace and all of that. Now I'm going to tell you something. After she shared her story, and she's been an ardent follower of this podcast. She made some calls and I got on an interview boat and I was able to sail through to a destination that I am about to unveil in coming days or weeks or podcast episodes. You're going to know more about where I work and stuff. So I want to say thank you so much to this lady who made sure that I got something doing, and to other people, like the people I stayed with in Lagos up until I came down to Umuahia. Amazing people. These people are people I would forever be grateful to. Okay, and I know so many other people I cannot even mention here, and I want you to know this: people are really kind, and kindness has brought me far, and I hope to be this kind so as to lead other people to their various destinations, or at least to help them climb a certain height where they can oversee the things that would aid them in reaching their final destination. So this is me saying thank you to every person who has helped me up to this point and who will still help me. Okay, so over the week I had people introduce me to some platforms. I had some people who reached out in so many ways. People have been reaching out. People have been, sending this or that. People have been helping me. I mean, I'm not totally helpless, okay? But these people have been adding on top of whatever it is that I think I have or that I have. And I'm really grateful and I'm happy. And yeah, that's it basically. So today we're going to share a story. We're sharing stories as usual, but the first one coming up is about a lady who got disappointed in the people she expected more from. I don't want to fiddle with the package of the story, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just listen, and I hope you understand. And for those who can relate, I'm glad she said at the end of the day that her life continues every day. May your life continue every day after you're done listening to this story. But then, now, just listen.
So, this story I'm about to share happened last year during the COVID-19 lockdown. I didn't lose my job. I still had my job because I've been working remotely with them. I had 2 jobs, 2 remote jobs that I was working in, and they were going fantastically well. I loved the relationship I had with my employers. They treated me nice and I didn't really have any problem with them. So there's someone that reached out to me, someone I respected. I still respect the person. I respected the person a lot, and the person reached out and said they needed help with their brand and they wanted me to work with them. So I decided to, work with them. I was like so happy about it and all. And then the person said that they don't have money to pay, but they will provide a stipend that I could use to buy data and all of that. So I was like, okay, that's fine, as long as I like the person, because the person is someone I respect. I like the person's personality and the brand too. So I just saw it as an avenue for me to learn what they were doing. And how they were doing it, because I've worked with different brands, but I'd not worked with that particular brand niche. So I decided to work with them regardless of the stipend. I didn't even look at the stipends. I just wanted to work and, do what I needed to do. So I started working with this brand, and I was so happy working with them because the founder of the brand was a nice person. We also had a good professional relationship, just like I had with the rest of my employers. I told you I had 2 employers already. So I worked like I did everything for this brand. People were even beginning to think that they were paying me one kind of big money like that or something like that, but they didn't know that it was a stipend. So the very close friends of mine that I told that this is a stipend, but I don't mind. I really like doing this stuff, and I'm really learning a lot, and I get to showcase some talent that I didn't even know that I had. Like, it just helped me to explore more on my career path. So I kept working with the brand. I gave it my all. Sometimes I even do stuff that I do with people that the other brands I'm working with, that they pay me for my full-time job and all. It was like a full-time job to me. That's how I saw it. I didn't see it as a pro bono, but other people see it as a pro bono because obviously they're not paying you, but you just have to do it. So you do it. If it's somebody else now, they'll just say, I'll do it at my own convenient time and all. But me, I didn't see it that way. I did it like a full-time job. So by the end of last year, I really wanted to start my own brand because I was not comfortable with what I was earning, and I needed to, get bigger, learn more, and then expand so that I can earn better. So I was thinking, okay, what do I do? How do I go about this? So on the 31st of December, I said, you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to start my own brand. So I reached out to all the brands. There were 3 in total. That's the 2 I was working for before I started working with the 3rd one. And before then, I worked with the 3rd one for I think the December was it made it the 6th, that is 7th month. I think 7th month, yeah, 6th, 7th month, can't really remember. But it was more than 6 months, I think 6 months plus, almost 7 months. So I reached out to all of them. I wrote to them, told them that I cannot do this anymore. I need to start my own brand, and I don't really want to start with the level of the skills I have. I want to learn more. I need time to learn these skills, and I love to deliver excellently. So if I don't quit these jobs, I will not be able to put my all in building my own brand, my own personal brand. So the other 2 wrote to me. They were so sad. They were like, why are you leaving now? Okay, don't worry, we'll give you time to do your own thing, but don't leave us. We love the way you work with us. It's very hard for us to find somebody to replace you and start teaching the person all over again, because there are people that have worked it for a while. And I was like, I'm sorry, you just have to go. And they were so sad about it, but they wished me well. One of them even sent me, when she was sending me my end of the month salary, she sent me extra, bonus. I was like, you did very well. I really enjoy working with you. In case you change your mind and you want to come back, and all of that. The same thing with the other one. They were sad to let me go, but they just had to let me go. But we still maintain that relationship till date. While the other one that I was working like someone that they were paying millions, I was working so hard. But the thing is, I was not working so hard because of the reward. I was working so hard because that is what I'm good at. When I'm given any task, I do it excellently. I love to do it. I don't want to say, because they're not paying me, I won't do it. I'd rather not do it than to do rubbish. That's what I felt. And then I got response from these other brands same day, but this other brand, I didn't get a response from them, and I was wondering why I didn't get a response from them. And then, so to cut the long story short, I never got a response from them till date. And in fact, later I got to find out that I was replaced almost immediately. They even reached out to someone that I know for the person to be my replacement, and they didn't respond to my what I wrote to them. They didn't respond to my mail, they didn't respond to my message. Even the founder that reached out to me to let me take the offer and all never said anything to me, never mentioned it. It was like I never worked there. So I was like, wow, I didn't it was actually very funny that something that you feel that after your hard work and all, even if it's just a pat at the back, I don't expect you to even give me money, but show that appreciation and all. But I never got it. So, but my life continues every day. Now I'm still building my personal brand. It's still work in progress. I got an amazing job, and I'm doing very well for myself regardless of what happened. And as time goes on, I've learned to just forgive the founder and just move on. My life continues every day.
Wow. I feel the least they would have done out of courtesy is tell her, oh, your message, we saw it. Oh, thank you so much for sending the message. Just something like that. Courtesy demands you reply. I mean, come on. Come on, you don't even pay her. Come on. That is why I started this podcast on an appreciation mode. I was grateful to the people who helped me. Albeit I did not mention their names, but they know themselves, and I have reached out. This is it. Try to be grateful, no matter how small, no matter how little you think that thing is to you. When you thank them, when you appreciate them, they would do better. That's how it works. And you would also feel good. Come on, how does it even work for some employers? How does it even work for them? In fact, in this part of the world, I don't know how they do their magic. And at the end of the day, you who have worked so hard for these people get to thank them. Actually, amazing. Who has done this to us? But it's okay. It's okay. I'm glad her life continues every day. And I hope if you can listen to this, and I hope if you are listening to this, you got something. Try and appreciate people in your life. It's important. Try. You could make someone's day. You could ruin someone's day by not being grateful, especially these little things that matter. Please. And also, I'm glad she was able to find her own brand. That's another thing. All of these things will give you an opportunity for self-growth and also to move. So sometimes do not look at every situation from the disadvantage point of view, okay? Try and see something good. Because honestly, sometimes good things come out of these things. They might not really make sense to you at the time. It might take some time, but then that's why it's often advisable not to take your life, not to end your life, because you just do not know. I have my friend, okay, the person I was staying with before I came here. She was going through her university diary, and we were laughing at the things she said. It was funny. Do you know the things she was saying there? It was a note of depression. She sounded like she was about to give up. And we were laughing at the things she was killing herself over. And she said, oh my God, do you know then, Amanda, I used to groove in school. I used to flex in school. And this is what I had to write down. Now imagine me now. And still I feel like I'm bawling. I told her, you see, what if you had done something harmful to yourself at the time? Maybe you got so engrossed in your grief and you said to yourself, nobody's there. That was what her note implied. Nobody's there for me. Nobody's giving me the attention I need. I put a smile on my face, a very fake smile, and people do not know how much I'm putting up with inside, how much I have to go through, And I said, what if you had killed yourself for this? What if you had hurt yourself? Now look at you now, looking at these things and laughing at it. She was really laughing. I had to ask her to read it out. Okay, so I would say some of these things, they fade with the phase. Relax. It is all going to be fine. Is it okay for me at this point? Because I'm not jobless anymore doesn't mean I've got my whole life figured out. Trust me, this whole thing comes with a new responsibility, and I don't want to share the responsibility on this episode yet. No, we're going to stick to the good news that I've brought, and that's it. Okay, so it gets better. The second story is coming up, and this one is also heartbreaking. Another employer-employee issue, and I hope these people listen somehow and better their ways. But in all, I'm glad her life continued afterwards. Let's listen.
Hello guys, my name is Eke Homa. I studied French language and I just finished 7. That was last year in July. I must say it hasn't really been easy. We know how difficult it is trying to get a job in this country. It's so hard. Life after school is a different ballgame altogether. Reality just hits you. Things are not easy. But I was able to get a job like just a little job though that was just keeping me going. I was still applying and looking out for other jobs. Then in February I got a job, a teaching job in a school to work as a part-time French teacher. So this is my story. I started working there, that was in February, all was well, but along the line I discovered that the school management had the habit of owing staffs, like owing salary, and I was like, how can one work in an organization, like you do your job so well and then they owe you for the job you've done? I mean, it was so bad. The March salary that was paid in the mid of April. Like I received March salary on the 24th of April. April was almost over before I was paid for March. I worked almost the whole of April without salary, and the luck I had was that I was actually running 2 schools at the time. So the other school, though the pay was less, I was using to just try to go to both schools, and I mean, it was just so bad. I just encouraged myself with the fact that, okay, since I had already worked throughout April, I would just hold on and get the salary for April as well before I would quit and leave the school, which I was very sure that they would pay in the middle of May. So I was ready to forfeit the salary and the work I would do in May just to be able to get April salary and just move on. And also, as these things were going on, I was still applying to other places. I was called for an interview. I went for the interview. I passed the interview. I was supposed to be called back to discuss working terms, but it didn't work. Then they called me for another interview again in another branch of the same school. Wahala. Though when they called me for the interview, I mean, it was so urgent, and I had to be in school. I mean, that same school that was owing me, that was trying to see if I can get my salary before leaving. I pleaded with the management, the person that called, to shift the time. It was exactly the same day and the same time. I pleaded with them to shift the time, but the man was so rude, and I mean, I was vexed. So I decided to forfeit it and just go to the school, just to finish the work, get my pay, and just leave the school and begin to look for some other place. But you won't believe it, up till now, as I'm making this podcast, I'm yet to be paid salary for April and May. So 2 months I worked, I was not paid for the work I did. I was even there, available, did my work well, submitted my results, did everything. I was even available during junior work, did everything that I was supposed to do, and yet I was not paid. Like, as I'm making this podcast, I'm so broke right now. Like, I'm so broke. It's so bad. Like, some days I just wake up and I just have a bad day for no reason. It's really frustrating and disheartening. I mean, I lost a new job that I would have gotten, that would have paid me 3 times the salary I was earning in that school. Like, I lost it just to be able to get the one I had worked for. And at the end of the day, I didn't get the money, I didn't get another job. Like, I'm just right now caught in between that. I mean, it's so bad. But like the podcast says, our life continues every day. Like, we just have to keep living, keep pushing, because I believe that better days are ahead, better things will come. So that's it, guys. That's my story.
Oh no. Did it ring a bell? The whole she got a better job offer and she had to leave it just because of this? Do you understand how terrible that can be? Someone would say that was not meant for her. That job was not meant for her. The new one, the better offer. But who is to say? What if she had tried it? I mean, even if it was for some months, she could make do with, the money she gets. I mean, well, this is really sad. And please, debtors, pay up. If you can't pay, reach out to these people and explain things to them. I feel if the employer had called her and told her this is the situation of things, I'm so sorry, you could get yourself another job, or please don't leave us because we can't do without you, but we don't have enough. Can we do something about it? I don't know why we're so proud in the world. And it's coming, it's a trend. And the next thing someone tells you is package yourself. If you don't package yourself, they're going to look down on you. And unfortunately, that's the situation. I mean, can't I just be myself, tell you the truth? I don't have money now. It's not a bad thing that I don't have money now. It doesn't make me a poor person. I don't have the money now. I need your help. So because I need your help, you want to use me, really? I come to your workplace and I tell you, I don't have the money right now to do some things. And you say, oh, okay, this one looks like she doesn't even have anything. Okay, let's give her the money and let's use her to stoop, or let's mess up with her mind. That's unfair. That's unfair. Tell people the truth. Be honest. I feel some people are not being honest anymore because of the trend ongoing in the world now. We need to set a lot of things right. I don't know who came up with that school of thought. I can't tell you now that I don't have money because you have a certain image in your head about me. So Amanda Elo comes out and you say, oh, Amanda Elo should be able to afford this. And at the moment, I don't have the money. So I tell you, I can't afford this. And you're like, no, this is messed up. You might not tell me, but from tomorrow when you see Amanda Elo, you think I'm trash. That's wrong. It's wrong. That would make me not want to be honest the next time. I'd pretend, I'd package myself. And that's how many of us are dying of depression here and there because we're setting the kind of standard. Oh, you want to go to a job interview, tell them you can do this even when you can't do it. That's unfair. That's wrong. Let them know what you can do. I actually am an ardent preacher of this thing I'm about to say. It might not be working for the world, but I think it's because 80% of or maybe let's say 60% of the people involved in it now think like this. So the rest of the 40% left, they're just there. I'm here. I can do this. I can do this. This is something I cannot do, but I know that I can learn. That's fair. And when this person opens up to you, do not look down on the person. If you feel no, you don't want someone who's a learner, tell them, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want you to do this job because I don't need a learner. Now, if you feel you can't do without working for me, this is what we're going to do. I was going to pay you 100,000 naira or 100,000 cedis. I want you to know this. Because you can't do this, this is how much I'll pay. Agree. Life should be made simple by adults. I don't know. We complicate it a lot. You leave people depressed. And people pretend a lot. People are living a life that is not theirs because they do not want to give off the wrong vibe. If they give off the wrong vibe, you wouldn't even help them. You would use them. And I see some people come out and say, now you do yourself, or you were supposed to say the truth now. Come on, let's know how to help you. People who tell you the truth, you use them. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry, I'm raising my voice, but it's something I've witnessed firsthand. It's unfair. It's wrong. I want us to change it. If you can start now, start. If they're honest to you, don't punish them for being honest. Don't punish them. And you don't even know. These potentials could be pregnant for all we know. When they eventually strike this chord, other things begin to come out, things you never even knew this person had. Let's all be kind. Let's lend a helping hand. If you think you don't want to do charity, it's okay. Let them know. Let them know on time. Let them know and be kind, because what you do would determine how they act towards another employer. I really wish this makes sense, but it's okay. Let's all live our lives. But in all, just remember that this is the law of invisible hand going. If I do this, it affects the other person and then there is a chain until it comes back to me. And that's why we make life so difficult for ourselves. Let's tell ourselves the truth. And when people say the truth, you don't use them. You don't look down on them. Because at the point they are not rich, does not mean that by next month they won't be better. You don't do that. You could help them. Or you tell them, I don't want to help you. Come on. These things are easy, but we adults, we love to complicate things, and I hope we get better. Honestly, I felt like I should say this, and I hope someone listens. Well, it was beautiful in this episode. I mean, I think it's really packed, if you ask me. So, I want to say thank you to all of you who always click on the link to listen. To those of you who share, please keep sharing, reposting, tell people about this podcast. Go with the hashtag MLCE. You can tell your own story. You can reach out to me and share your story, and I'll let the whole world hear it on this platform. Do what you must. Reach out to me. Tell me this, and this are not going fine. This is a review I've come with, and I think you can do this. You can inculcate this, and if it's something I can do, of course I will. Okay, so do well to reach out, share, tell people about this podcast is important. My life continues every day, and you know I can't be here if you're not there, so please help me. Okay, I am Amanda Elo, and it's always lovely doing this, something I love doing. Till we meet again, first I need you to appreciate persons in your life who you know have contributed in one way or the other. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them in my life. I have them a lot, and I'm grateful to them. So reach out to the people you can today. Be grateful to even your employee. Be grateful to your employer. Be grateful to every person who you should be. Even the ones you never knew. You should just sit down now and imagine how these people have helped to foster development in your life and say thank you. If they don't accept it, it's their loss. But do it and see the kind of joy and bliss that comes with it. I feel we could make it less complicated. This world, I mean, if we help ourselves. Till we meet again, may God bless you and may His angels protect you. I love you.
Leonine. Oh, na, 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 na. I got you. I'm living a good life, no stress and no strife. Every day I keep moving up. Monday to Sunday, steady balling. If